Very good morning. So, myself Arpit Kamal. Our today's topic is anatomy of bone and functions of bone. Okay. So, first we will see what is bone. Okay. Actually, bone is a strong and durable type of connective tissue. Okay. Bone is itself a type of specialized connective tissue. Okay. Then bone, its mainly constituents are calcium salts. Okay. The main constituent of bone is calcium phosphate. Okay. The bone is mainly composed of calcium phosphate. Then we will see about there are some bone cells. Okay. What are bone cells? There are some certain types of cells which helps in the formation of bone, in the maintenance of bone, and in the dissolving of bone. Okay. So in the bone cells, first come the osteoblast cell. Okay. What are osteoblast cells? The function of osteoblast cells is the formation of bone. Okay. It is for the formation of bone. This is also known as bone forming cells. Okay. Next come osteoclast. Okay. Osteoclast cell is the main function have bone dissolving. Okay. So they are also known as bone dissolving cells. Next come osteocytes. Okay. Osteocytes are for the maintenance of the bone. Okay. Thus they are known as bone maintaining cells. Okay. Osteoblast, bone forming cells. Osteoclast, bone dissolving cells. Osteocytes, bone maintaining cells. Then we will see about the bone tissues. Okay, the bone is mainly composed of two types of tissues. Okay, the first one is compact bone tissue and the another is spongy bone tissue. Okay, so there are two types of bone tissue: compact bone tissue and spongy bone tissue. The bone is mainly the 80% constituent of bone is through the compact bone tissue. It is somehow hard in nature. Okay, the bone mainly comprises 80% of bone constituent is composed of compact bone tissue. Next we will see the spongy bone tissue. The rest 20% of constituent is through the spongy bone tissue. It is somewhat lighter than the compact bone tissue and it is spongy in nature. Okay, next we will move to the anatomy of bone. Okay, so in the anatomy of bone, the bone is divided into upper extremities and the lower extremities. Okay, the bone is divided into upper extremities and the lower extremities and the mid portion. Okay, upper extremities, lower extremities and the mid portion. This upper extremities is known as epiphysis or extremities. Okay, it is known as epiphysis or extremities. So it is the upper portion, so we can say the upper extremities or upper epiphysis. This is the lower portion, so we can say lower epiphysis or lower extremities. Then the middle part is known as diaphysis or it is also known as shaft. Okay, it is also known as shaft. Next, that epiphysis is consist of spongy bone tissue. Okay, we have already discussed about spongy bone tissue. It is somewhat spongy in nature. Okay, it is also lighter in nature. Okay, so this epiphysis or extremities is consist of spongy bone tissues. Okay, so upper extremities also consist of spongy bone tissue and the lower extremity also consist of spongy bone tissue. Next, this diaphysis, this is the long portion or central portion of the bone, is consist of compact bone tissue. Okay, this diaphysis consists of compact bone tissue. So compact bone tissue is somewhat hard in nature and it constitutes 80% of the bone. Okay, next we will see the periosteum. The outer covering of the bone is known as periosteum. This periosteum layer itself has two layers, outer layer and inner layer. Next, in between the diaphysis, there is central medullary canal runs inside the diaphysis or we can say shaft. What does central medullary canal do? There is formation of blood cells and also it supply the nutrients. Okay, so the supply of nutrients is through the nutrient artery. Okay, in the bone the blood supplies through the nutrient artery only. Okay, and the nerve supply is through the sensory supply. So this was a little introduction about the anatomy of bone. So once again we can see the upper portion is known as epiphysis or extremities. Okay, the lower portion is known as lower epiphysis or lower extremities. The middle part is known as diaphysis or shaft. Okay, this epiphysis or extremities consist of spongy bone tissue, and this diaphysis consists of compact bone tissue. Okay, in between the diaphysis there is running one canal that is known as central medullary canal. Okay, what it does, it helps in the formation of red blood cells and provides nutrient to the bone. Okay, and the nutrient is provided through the nutrient artery. Okay, then the blood supply to the bone is through the nutrient artery, and the nerve supply is through the sensory supply. Then there is one more cartilage, that is the articular cartilage present at the last of the epiphysis. Then there is one more cartilage, we can see the epiphyseal cartilage. What does epiphyseal cartilage do? This epiphyseal cartilage divides the epiphysis and diaphysis. Okay, so this was all about the anatomy of bone. Next we can see for the functions of bone. Okay, there are 7 major functions of bone, that is support, protection, movement, mineral storage, blood cell production, storage of energy, and endocrine regulation. Okay, so the first function is support. How? The bone actually provides the framework for the attachment. Okay, it provides framework for the attachment, such as example the attachment between the muscle and the bone. So this attachment, okay, this framework is formed through the bone only. Next one is protection. Protection means to protect. Okay, so what this bone do, it helps in protecting the internal organs. For example, our lungs or heart are protected through the ribs. Okay, so it helps in protecting the internal organs. The next function is movement. Whichever part of our body we are moving, suppose we are moving our hands or we are moving our legs, this movement occurs through the help of bone only. Okay, next one is mineral storage. Okay, the bone has a storage for the calcium salts. Okay, it's mainly consists of calcium salt, so it mainly stores calcium and phosphate. Okay, the major storage mineral here is calcium and phosphate. Next function of bone, we can see the blood cell production. Okay, in the bone marrow already we have discussed. Okay, in the central medullary canal there is bone marrow. Okay, that helps in the production of blood cells. Okay, next is storage of energy. This yellow bone marrow consists of lipids. Okay, so what is lipids? Lipid is also used as a source of energy. Okay, so lipid is also stored in the bone, so it's another function is storage of energy. Next and the last function is endocrine regulation. In the endocrine regulation, what it do, the bone mainly produces one hormone that is known as osteocalcin hormone. Okay, this what it does, osteocalcin hormone, that is regulates the blood sugar level and also helps in the fat burn process. Okay, so these are all about the functions of bone. We can see support, protection, movement, mineral storage, blood cell production, storage of energy, and endocrine regulation. Okay, so today we have seen for the anatomy of bone and the functions of bone. So this was all about my today's topic. Thank you.